What's going on, guys? It's your boy John, the Liquidator, coming back with another video. So it looked like Caitlin Clark, former teammate Temi Fagbenle, is weighing in on the white privilege conversation. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. Come to Caitlin Clark in her recent comments. We're still talking about it days later. And I know some of you guys might be tired of this. But just like I told y'all the other day, we're going to keep doing videos on it as long as people keep talking about it because it is part of the news. Now, we know Caitlin Clark, Time Magazine interview definitely ruffled some feathers between both sides, black and white. But at the end of the day, that's like I keep saying, Caitlin Clark was entitled to her opinion. And we all been 22 years old before. We all had said a lot of stuff when we was young that we wish we could get back. Not to say that she want to get it back, but I'm just saying it was not a good look whatsoever. Now, with all that being said, we know that her teammate Temi was let go by the Indiana Fever about a week ago, and she got sent up the road to Golden State. And she opened up online about Caitlin Clark and her white privilege comments. Let's pull it up right now. Weighs in on the white privilege remarks. Former Indiana Fever forward Temi didn't shy away from addressing Caitlin Clark comments about using her privilege to elevate black women. Now, that was the conflict in itself that caused quite an uproar online between Caitlin Clark and a lot of fans. It goes on to say, it seems just like about every American media member has offered their opinion on the comments Indiana Fever superstar Caitlin Clark made about using white privilege to elevate black women during a December 11th interview with Time Magazine. However, there has been much discussion from actual WNBA players about their comments, but that changed on Sunday when former Indiana Fever forward Temi Fagbenle, who was selected by the Golden State Valkyries in the WNBA expansion draft, sent a series of messages on the subject over social media. Right here stated, "Let me make this clear. CC can speak about having white privilege without hating herself. CC can acknowledge the reality of race to any group. CC can celebrate the giants who have come before her without diminishing her own historic accomplishments. I think most people know things. The U.S. race issue is so ingrained that I believe a majority of them don't even think they are twisting anything." And she goes on to say this is a great opportunity for some respectful conversations about race in the U.S. However, the convos would say, "I am also not naive by any means. LOL. It's been hundreds of years of this BS. Ain't no quick fix. But if the majority of the people band together, working towards the same goals, the race and prejudice, stragglers will be left behind and forced to adapt, just like in team sports." That was Temi Fagbenle speaking about Caitlin Clark and the current situation with the white privilege conversation, man. Now, Temi definitely spoke her mind about it, and wishing her nothing but the best, man. And another conversation that is still turning heads is Dave Portnoy of Bar2 Sports the other day. Caitlin Clark comments. Let's play some of that footage again. Roll the footage.
All right, this is probably like a day late. I got to do a Caitlin Clark rant. She's getting from all sides right now. She was voted or awarded Time Athlete of the Year. No brainer. Nobody's uplifted a sport, done more, been more in the news than her. Shout out to me when Nike signed her for the contract. I wrote an article that is the biggest ripoff of all time. The deal should have been like 100x. They pay, I think, Devin Booker more than Caitlin Clark. You want to talk about sexism and all that shit? Talk about how they got away with that. Anyhow, I feel for Caitlin. Listen, I love Caitlin Clark. I've loved her now since like junior in college when I started watching her play basketball. I was all the way through the Angel Reese thing, where Angel Reese was classless in the way she handled beating her the national title. I went back. I followed her every move through the pros, everything. And I will say this loud and clear. Caitlin Clark's popularity has absolutely nothing to do with the color of her skin. Anybody who has actually watched women's basketball or watched basketball, watched Caitlin knows she plays totally different than any woman before her. She's running, she's gunning, passing, pulling up from the logo like a Steph Curry type game. Never seen it. The first time I saw her, I was like, who the fuck is this? And I've watched basically every single Fever game, all her playoff games in college. Since then, nobody plays like her. Nobody. That's why she's so captivating. That's why the attendance records are up. That's why the television records are up. It's all Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark put the WNBA on her back. Caitlin Clark was not in the WNBA. Nobody would be talking about women's basketball. Period. End of story. That's how it goes. Period. Now, race has become a huge story around her, not because of her. She's never commented about it. It's basically her greatness has been co-opted by both sides, left and right. You have a lot of jealous basketball players, pundits, whatever, race baiters, being like, oh, the only reason Caitlin Clark is getting all these endorsements, all this attention, everything is because she's white. That's bullshit. There's been a ton of white players who were great in the league before her. Nobody cared. Nobody's showing the same attention. Why? Why is it Caitlin? Whether color of skin, white players, black, but nobody was like Caitlin. So that's all a bullshit narrative, whether it's jealousy, past gripes, whatever it may be, not true. Caitlin never once really talked about race. Everyone's talking about her, chap, grabbing her, pulling her, co-opting basically her. Caitlin Clark reminds me in a lot of respects of Larry Bird and Michael Jordan, or greats. Just wants to play basketball. Does not want to be the center of a race war in America. And then the Time Magazine article of the year. And Caitlin Clark basically says, I want to make it clear everything I have gotten, I've earned myself. But yes, as a white person, there's white privilege. And I want to elevate this league. And I respect all the black players who have come before me. My truth, I'm comfortable in my skin. Well, what do you know? All the people who are like co-opting this, who aren't real basketball fans, who aren't real Caitlin Clark fans, are like, oh, she got the woke mob got to her. She's now saying her success is because of the skin and she has privilege. First of all, she didn't say she had that. She said she earned everything she got. But what do you want Caitlin Clark to do? What do you want Caitlin Clark to do? She plays in a league that is predominantly African-American, and she wants to like maybe show up at work and not have people hate her. She wants the league to be successful. The more successful, more stars, the better it is for her and everybody in the league. Like this backlash of like Caitlin turned on the league and Caitlin is woke and Caitlin is this. You fuckers are crazy. And that's what I hate. This for Caitlin has never been about politics, never been about race. It's been about fucking being the best basketball player, female player on the planet and getting everybody into women's sports and women's basketball. Everybody around her made it about a race war, and she is in a no-win situation. No win. What? She didn't even say anything that inflammatory. It's the first time she ever spoke, and everyone's like, who supported her before? Again, fake fans, not basketball fans, like people using her for a race war now are mad. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. If you worked in an environment like she works in, where the majority of your coworkers are African-American, have a slant, a view, have been through things you've never been through, yeah, you want to get along. You want to elevate them all. While at the same time be like, I earned everything I got, motherfucker, which is what she said and what she has done. So I don't know what people are mad at Caitlin. I hate when people do. They co-op somebody who is not on your side, never said they're on your side, never want to stand for what you're standing for in the beginning. They're just being them. And that's what Caitlin has done from the jump. So anyone who's mad at Caitlin Clark right now for saying she wants to elevate the league, she respects the players that came before them and know that they put in all the work that allows her to be in a professional league. Yes, that allows her to be in a professional league. If you have a problem with that, you were never a Caitlin Clark fan and you're part of the problem too.
That was Barstool Dave Portnoy weighing in on the subject. Get down in the comments section. Let me know your thoughts about this. Keep them bells on because you know I'm bringing news. And until next time, man, shake the haters off. I'm out of here. Peace out. Shake the haters off.